All right, welcome to Coffee with Phil and Jen. We're going to talk about the whole Heather Tucci, Mick O'Brien, Harvey Dent thing that's been going on. Anyway, what's going on with Harvey? Have you heard any new news from him?
No, not really. He's mad about the haters. I know that. He had a rant. One of his videos had a rant. He really gets upset. I don't understand why he doesn't just ignore it. You know?
He seems like he focuses more on the negative than whatever the positive of, all those people that reached out and helped him out.
Yeah, there's a lot more people that are backing him.
With his period of homelessness. But I have browsed YouTube channel and found a lot of people, have a lot of negative things to say about him,
Yeah, lately I've noticed that too.
That he's a scam. Well, he's...
I don't think he's a scam.
Well, he's not offering to sell his services. He put that out there for everybody to, to use it and do with it what they may. But, the only thing was the dry begging thing,
Huh.
If he was really homeless or not, you know what I'm saying? That's questionable, but.
Well, I think that's more questionable is Mick O'Brien, whether he actually had his car break down.
Yeah,
I think I believe that Harvey was actually needed the money for a place to stay, but.
And then he probably seen.
He was a copycat.
Yeah,
Mick O'Brien was a copycat.
He seen Harvey get all that money, and then all of a sudden, he'd come out and he did a 3-minute video. Oh, I'm having a bad day. Oh, and then people were saying, hey, get a GoFundMe, and then one lady commented, he's got one, And the funny thing was about that was he had said that he was going to put post YouTube videos of how his car is acting, and he never did do that, And one of his last videos, the last few days, I was looking at it, and he was talking about the TDA stuff, and really he's not putting anything new that isn't already out there or isn't known. But I was looking on his tabs, and I seen he had his GoFundMe on his tab there. And I was like, so he must be checking that GoFundMe quite frequently to see how many people are throwing money in that thing, But hey,
boy,
to each his own. You know what I mean? If people want to give from the generous of their heart, but just hopefully they're smart enough to realize, that they're giving to a bullshitter or not. You know what I'm saying? Because he never did post his car with the transmission problems.
Yeah, well, it's a free country. Thankfully, we are free to be able to do what we want to do, whether it's a mistake or not, in somebody else's opinion.
I've also been kind of like, something that I haven't been doing is, all the people that have negative things to say about them guys, Harvey, Heather, and all that. And I've seen a few of them. Some of them I just can't bear to watch, hippie dudes with a hairy face, you know what I mean? They learn how to work their laptop and stuff. But there's one guy called Deprogramed Enlightenment, something like that. Guy from Brooklyn. I checked his channel out yesterday, and he had a lot of smart things to say. He was basically saying, don't use these TDA accounts unless you're a secure party creditor, which you have to. You're either a debtor or you're a secured party creditor. So these TDA accounts, although they're out there, you shouldn't be using them. They're not for your use. You know what I mean? Unless you change your status as a secured party creditor, which requires a little bit of schooling and some forms and stuff. So that's one thing worth to check into.
Yeah, definitely.
I know I'm not going to fuck with my social security number until I really get to the bottom of all this. Yes, the money's out there. Yes, I know a couple of people that have used it and have paid stuff, and it's stuck with no reversals, and I know ones that have paid stuff and had it stick for maybe 2 weeks, and then as soon as they went online and said, hey, I paid this, I paid that, and then the next friggin' day, they had reversals,
Yeah.
So that only goes to show that opposing forces are on these channels, scrolling on, what's being done, who's doing what, and, reversing based on, the information they're getting on these channels. That's why initially I said, man, I don't know if it's a great idea for this information to be getting out so widespread, because you have so many people that really don't know what they're doing. It's going to screw it up. It's going to raise a lot of red flags, And then again, you have people that are savvy in the banking system and do have great ideas. But all in all, it ain't worth sitting in a fucking jail cell,
No, I agree with you there. And there's also questions about Heather Tucci. Who is she? What is she really for? A lot of people, especially the ones following Harvey Dent, like to put her as the leader of this movement. There's other people that are saying that she's a crook, that in her other life that there's another person that she got locked up for her own purposes of trying to get these things through. Some people say that, what was his name, the guy that's
Deprogramed Enlightener. He was saying that she had lost her law degree somewhere around
we know
2013.
that. Yeah, we do know that. She's
And,
not really a lawyer. She has her law degree, but she can't practice law.
I believe she lost her bar certification.
Right.
2013, and she has some other problems with some bond issues.
Right.
He's actually one to really kind of check out his video and what he has to say. Although he's not 100% all there, he's got a lot of good, useful information coming out of his site. And when I look back on he's been doing this for a lot of years. He's got stuff going back, 3-4 years of this TDA stuff before all this, excitement about this. And, this is so, I've talked to people on the street now and they're telling me about this, which it wasn't like that 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Nobody had an idea, a clue.
Mm-hmm.
And I really felt that it should have been kept on the down low. And, hey, people that discovered it, you know what I mean? Hey, they're able to utilize it and get shit paid. You know what I mean? Because once it became a pandemic, that's when, these opposing forces are going to do whatever they can to shut everybody out. Nobody's going to get nothing paid, Do
you foresee the powers that be ever opening the doors to these accounts to everybody?
Which leads us, what would it be like if we all had unlimited amounts of money? We wouldn't have to work. Money would lose its value even more so than it's lost now, because everything would be overinflated. You think you spend $100 and you get nothing at the grocery store, you'd be spending $100,000 for 2 bags of groceries at the grocery store. If
Plus,
everybody
there wouldn't
had
be anybody
$300.
ringing up your groceries because nobody would be coming to work.
Nobody needs to work. I got all the money at my disposal.
That would be a pandemic.
I got 4 accounts, from 33 trillion to, but anyway, we got to really just kind of keep our eye on this and see where this goes. And, if anything, that Heather and Randy situation, if it is, I seen the court papers, somebody posted them online, it will kind of bring to light, these accounts, and following this legal status of this case will really let us know where this is going to be.
Yeah, I think so, and therefore I will wait myself to use it until I see what happens with that.
Everybody's trying to, post a video, and trying to get on this, topic, and, trying to monetize their YouTube channels, and have their piece to say about it. But really, a lot of it's useless information. A lot of it's old information. It's up to you to pretty much decipher, who's credible and who's not, but all in all, that's your Social Security number tied up to accounts that you really don't have authorized to use. So you better be careful with it, because, I'm waiting to see if they come pick up Harvey and, You know, all these other people, you know what I mean? That's going to be next one. All of a sudden, they're not making any videos anymore. And hey, where'd they go? You know, and I don't wish it on them. But, you know, like Harvey, he really has the mentality of, oh, I'm not going to work. You know what I mean? Dude, you have to do what you got to do to pay the bills, dude. I mean, you got kids. Are you paying child support? You know, that'll get your ass thrown in jail. You know? I mean, there's no way around not working. You know what I'm saying?
You can't depend on the others, and you can't depend on these TDAs.
Yeah, I mean, once the ones that have given are done giving, and they got nothing more to give, it ends. You know what I mean? So you're gonna have to really start thinking about getting a freaking job or getting a hustle going that you got income coming in. You know, whether you don't like to work for the man, hey, you know, sell T-shirts. You know, sell something. You know what I mean? Do something to bring money. Don't expect a free ride off the backs of people that think, you know, you've helped them. You know what I mean? Which you've brought to light this stuff. You know, you're pretty much one of the forefront guys that put this out there for everybody. But you really got to rethink your decisions and your ideals, because they're a little bit off. You know, and they're not in tune with the way things are. Sorry, but I'm being real with you, man. The Mike O'Brien guy, I don't know. I don't think he works either. He's another one that, you know, he's all day, all night, 13 videos a day. You know what I mean? Same shit. He has this one video, you know, where
Harvey has his own
he's showing,
stuff.
look, these routing numbers work. Well, yeah, of course these routing numbers work, because you're getting these routing numbers off the federal site, so they're legitimate routing numbers. You know what I mean? And just like people don't understand banking, shit gets processed, and then they realize that there's this discrepancy. A few days goes past, and then it gets reversed. You know what I'm saying? So what's the deal with that? I mean, you know, if you take random numbers and with a legitimate number and you mix them all together, that's probably what's going to happen. You know, but I will say, I do know people that have processed things, and it's been 3 weeks, almost a month now, and nothing's gotten reversed. So that being said, there's legitimacy to this. These accounts probably are there, and I think the one to listen to that kind of explains what these accounts are is that Deprogrammed Enlightenment guy, brother from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Who lays it down? He's I don't know if he's a Moor or he's Islam, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, he's got some useful information on his channel, and he's been doing this for a long time. Whether he's all there and correct remains to be seen, but just be careful and, do what you got to do. Be safe. Not worth getting arrested, man. So, anything else?
No, I think that's it. Have a blessed day.
All right, guys. Enjoy your day.